YouTube, what's good? As you can tell, it's Narel and I'm back. In today's video, I just want to say I'm not mixed. Yes, this is my hair, but no, I'm not mixed. Yes, these are my eyes, but no, I'm not mixed. And of course, you can see this is my skin color, but no, I'm not mixed. No, I'm not Hispanic. Nor do I know Spanish very well. I took it 3 times in high school. Am I fluent in it? Así, más o menos. But no. No, my parents aren't white. Matter of fact, ironically, my parents are darker than me. My dad has curly, fine hair, and my mom has hair like this. I have hair like in the middle. Actually, my mom is a brown-skinned woman, and my dad is like right on the border of light skin and brown skin. And I will say both of their hairs is more curly than mine is. Honestly, my hair just looks like this today because I actually deep conditioned it and did something with it. But I actually like it like this. So actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wear my hair out more because I love my hair. I'm in love with my hair. Matter of fact, I'm just in love with all natural hair. Like, I love all natural hair. Whether it's snappy, girl, you let you be you. You wear your hair and you appreciate your hair because your hair is your hair. That's the way it comes out of your head, so embrace it. You ain't got the permit. You ain't got the add heat to it. You ain't got nothing. It's just perfect the way it is. Look at it. Boom. Can't tell me nothing. But no. Honestly, everywhere I go, people do have the tendency to ask me what I mix with. And over the years, I've just been like, no, but now it's gotten to the point where it's very ignorant and aggravating. So I'll just be like, I mix with black and black. My daddy black, my mama black, my grandparents on both sides, maternal and paternal, are both black. It's this funny thing called genetics and genes that I figured some people would have learned in biology when they were doing Punnett charts. But apparently they must have forgot about that. There's also something called recessive and dominant traits. And luckily, black people carry both dominant and recessive traits. No, my parents don't have eyes like me. But they both carry the recessive trait, being this. So this is what happens when a mommy egg and a daddy sperm get together. They pass down these things called genes. Genes is a person's trait that they get from their parents. Yeah, mostly physical. I mean, there's some other traits that people are arguing whether they are traits or learned behavior, which is also part of the nature versus nurture argument, and that could be part of sexuality. Left-handed versus being right-handed. Of course, I'm right-handed. My dad is ambidextrous, and my mom's right-handed. Well, of course, because my mom taught me to be right-handed. What hand did I write with before? I don't know. I don't remember. But it's many things. But back to the traits things. Excuse me. Back to the trait things. My skin and my eye color are both recessive traits. Now, evidently, most likely, I should have had darker skin and darker eyes. But with the whole gene thing, I guess I just got the random bit of it, and I randomly got the light skin and lighter eye color. Actually, it's very common because I'm lighter than my siblings on both sides of my family. And even on my dad's side, which is the light skin side, if you want to be honest, I'm the bright side of them as well. And especially in wintertime, actually, I've been tanning, so I'm actually brighter than this. So come wintertime, like, you'll see me just, and I'll just get, like, white, like, just, like, out of there. And you're like, whoa, what happened? But, I mean, it happens. I do have melanin. It's just not as strong as other people's, but it works very fine. Embrace that natural look. Embrace it. But once upon a time, there was nothing but black people that walked this beautiful planet. And anywhere that you go, any continent or country, you will understand that all indigenous people have darker skin. They're black. So let's just call it black. They're all black. And with black people have every trait in their genes that is imaginable. There's black people with natural blonde hair. There's black people with natural blue eyes, natural green eyes, hazel eyes, gray eyes. It all comes from black people. And specifically, it comes from the black woman. So when people say the black woman is God, they say that because before the black woman, there was none. But after her, she created everyone. And in my personal opinion, my mama just has some really good genes. Granted that the sperm does, also give life as well. But it doesn't create as much as the woman does. And honestly, you can read up on some fossils. They found some fossils around Ethiopia. And sadly, you would think they would have gave us like an Ethiopian name from mother or something. But out of everything, whitewashing and all, they called the bones Lucy. But anyway, Lucy is over, don't know exactly, she's between 5 million to 3 million years old, which predates the story of Adam and Eve and a whole bunch of other stories. And Lucy, of course, is a woman. So the theory is that women can actually asexually reproduce. And many people don't know that. We have glands that enable us to asexually reproduce. Now, you still can do it, but you have to get back to that natural state, how we once were, like, way back in times. But women actually used to asexually reproduce, which means they used to reproduce by themselves and without sperm or sexual penetration, and so on and so on and so on. A means not, so they didn't need to have sex to reproduce. So the first guy came along, and it was actually a mutation of the female. So everything just got inverted and like no titties or whatever. And what people really don't know this is when you're in your womb, everybody is originally female, which is why guys have nipples, because they evidently don't or can't breastfeed, so what's the purpose? But originally, when you're in your womb, you are a female. And then, of course, you get the Y chromosome, or XY. Yeah, guys are XY chromosome, and women are XX. Yeah, I believe. So I'm working on 5th grade sexual education right now. But, yeah. So, everyone is a female in the womb. And then the guy's XY chromosome kicks in, but he still has his nipples, and then his penis and testicles and everything else grows. Bam, you have a son. Whereas the female doesn't go through that mutation. She just comes out the way that she was originally. And people need to understand this, especially black people. Black people, you have every gene imaginable. You do not have to go or be with someone outside of your race. You don't have to swirl to get what you define as good hair, pretty eyes, and nice skin. I actually got into an argument with someone on Facebook about that, because I was just like, that's disrespectful. Black kids are beautiful. And honestly, we need to start teaching our children this. You are beautiful the way you are. Yes, granted, I have dyed my hair, because my roommate was like, oh, you want to dye your hair? I was like, sure, I've never done it before. But my hair was originally brown. You can't see it, but it's a dark brown. Actually, I hated it when I was younger, and I used to have to get my hair straightened and relaxed and permed or whatever. I love my hair. I've always loved my hair. Naturally, people just need to stop saying, and some people like, oh, we're light skinned, of course you would love everything about you, you fit da 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 da. Okay, honestly, when I was younger, I hated my eye color and I hated my skin tone. When I tell you, I used to go home crying because I would get picked on about it and how I just wanted to be darker. Black has always been beautiful for me. I've always seen darker skin as something beautiful, as something I wanted to be. Now, as time progressed, I did realize, this is me. And I have to accept myself the way that I am before anyone else can. Now, some people might not agree with me, but that's just how I feel. And coming from a light-skinned perspective, we're the same people. Stop acting like we're better. Stop putting down light-skinned people. And if light-skinned people are putting down darker-skinned people, then we need to stop, because we're all in this together. We'll say, 50 years ago, we would all be hanging in the same tree. We would all be hanging in the same tree, and I'm just being honest. But let's please stop assuming that because someone doesn't fit what you define as someone who's pure black, as someone who's mixed. Because a black person can create white children if those genes do that. It's randomly chosen. It's not like your parents just get together and imagine blonde hair and blue eyes while they're having sex. They're just like, yeah, we're gonna have a blonde hair and blue eyed Aryan baby. Yeah, no, that's not what happens. It's a random process. But yeah, and just to address some stuff, yes, I'm 100% black. 2, no, I'm not going to show you a picture of my parents. Stop asking. 3, I have nothing to prove to you. And 4, stop assuming that all black people have darker skin, kinky hair. Oh, God forbid. Yes, look at this. Look at this. Granted, I didn't comb it this morning. I just deep conditioned it with my hair mayonnaise and put on my shower cap, left and went to the calf. So, yeah, look at it. It does the same thing just as much as anybody else's does. Embrace your hair, embrace your natural looks, but know that all black is beautiful. Whether you a straight up ebony black, or whether you albino, or whether you got that vitiligo stuff that makes you like, yeah, it's all beautiful. It is, and I'm telling you, it's a blessing being black. And I love my skin color. I love my hair. I love my eyes, but you have to understand that there was no such thing as pretty eyes. Me being 18, on my 18 years of life, I have yet to understand what it is to have pretty eyes. Because whether I look at somebody who got black eyes, dark brown eyes, hazel eyes, green eyes, or blue eyes, I'm looking at you, and they all the same thing. They all eyes. Some people have 20/20 vision like myself, and some people are so blind. But whether I tell someone that they have pretty eyes? No, because I don't know what a pretty eye is. They all round, and they all have the same process. I don't have HD vision. No one else has HD vision. We all see the same way, unless your vision is bad. Then you need glasses. But even if it in of itself is something called pretty eyes, in my opinion, no. But let's embrace it. Hi, YouTube. Peace and love.